All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Lesson 4.1, Day 2, Graphing Using a Table. Now, most of these problems are actually repeats of what we've already done. So just quickly scanning your worksheet. So question number 1 looks the same. Question 2 is a little bit different. Question 3 and 4 are different. So that's what we're going to be focusing on for the help. 5 is a repeat question. 6 is a repeat question. Remember, look at your denominator. Use that to help you pick your x's. 7 is different. 8 is a repeat. 9 is a little bit different. 10 is a repeat question. Look at your denominator, so that'd be negative 202. And then your final ones here are actually what I was talking about on the previous video a little bit, like, hey, what if I don't have the graph? How can I figure out the answer? So actually, I'm going to help you on several homework problems. So if you want to have it again where one tab is open for the video and the other tab is open for the Kami extension, you can definitely do that. Or if you can print out the worksheet, you can do that. So let's go ahead and get started right away on a few of those problems. So again, you can follow along with me. Remember, if you have a question, feel free to pause your video, ask it in chat. You can join me for office hours. Again, we're trying our best that we can here to accommodate different students, different tech availability. So again, let me know how I can help you. All right, so it says, without graphing, tell whether the point is on the graph of the given line. So in other words, on the graph, we're going to be looking for a true statement, like 5 equals 5, 3 equals 3. If we get a false statement, that's like 2 equals 5, 3 equals 1, then of course that would not be on the line. All right, so over here, if you remember, x and y value. X is always the first of the ordered pair. So I'm going to go ahead and actually just make a little template. X is there, Y goes there, and we hope to get an 8. Now, if you notice, these are actually standard form, because again, the X and Y is all nice and there. On 14, you got a fraction, but you're still going to set it up the same way. Fraction, you're still going to set up the same way. You're just going to be looking for a little cross-canceling. So that's really the only difference between the problems that I'm not doing. All right, let's see if our tools will work to change color for X and Y. Let's see, are you there? Are you hiding? Let's see. It doesn't look like it wants to change colors. That's okay. Oh, maybe. So in other words, yeah, we're going to put our 1, which is the X, into the X location. I guess it's not working. And then the Y is 6. So negative 4 times 1 is negative 4. 2 times 6 is 12. And we're hoping to get an 8. So I'm still going to keep it like this. We're going to be doing a lot of that in Chapter 5. Just keep bringing it down. Negative 4 plus 12, or 12 subtract 4 is 8. This is a true statement. So yes, it would be on the line. So we can say point on the line. Or really on the graph, right? But the graph is a line because it's a linear equation. All right, what about this one here? Remember, x and y. So we've got 12 multiplied by, well, x is half. And plus y, well, y is just y. Y is 3. And that's 16. If you wanted to, you could really say this is 1y. So that'd be 1 times 3. And 1 times 3 is 3. Half of 12. Half of 12 is 6. 6 plus 3 is 9. Does 9 equal 16? No. So in other words, this point here, it might be close to the line, might be far away from the line, but basically the point is not on the line. It does not satisfy this condition of working with the equation. So again, all I do is take my x and y, I substitute. Ooh, this next one I got to be careful with some negatives. Again, 8th graders work a little bit too quickly, so let's slow down, be careful of our negatives. So we got 5 times x, and remember x is -1. Negative 3y, so that's negative 3 times y, and y is -6, and that's equal to 14. 5 times -1 is -5. Negative 3 times -6, negative times negative is positive. 3 times 6 is 18. Negative 5 plus 18, or 18 subtract 5. Ooh, that's 13. Pretty close, but it's not what we need. We need a true statement. We don't have a true statement. So that means this specific point is not on the line. Which means it's not on the graph. P-O-I-N-T. A little messy writing. Point is not on the line. Point is not on the graph. And again, that's just a quick visualization by substituting. But the visualization with the actual graph sometimes is even more helpful. But it does require a little bit more work. All right, so let's look at -2. Now, I'm not going to help you on all the problems that are new, but I will help you figure it out. So the best suggestion is still to keep that format of negative, 0, and positive. But the way that we pick our x's, again, remember, if we pick them really well, it'll make our y's easier to find, and there's actually a pattern as well. And the best way to do that, again, is by choosing the coefficient of y. So in other words, looking at the number in front of the y, so I'm going to try -2, 0, 2, and see if it comes out nice and neat. So again, look at the number in front of the y, -2, 0, 2. So it's really just -2y. I'm not too sure why it didn't show up again. But we're going to practice our work here. Ooh, let's see here. This one's a little bit more challenging. So let's see. -2y is equal to -3 times -2 plus 6. -2y is equal to, okay, -3 times -2, that's 6, and 6 plus 6 is 12. So -2y is equal to 12. So what does y have to be? You could probably do that in your head, mental math. -2 times 6 is -12. Oh, so it's being -6, right? Or you could have just divided both sides by -2. So our ordered pair is -2, -6. All right, let's plug in, substitute our 0. Remember, that's for our x. So we have -2y is equal to -3 times 0 plus 6. So I really can just ignore that, right? -2y is equal to 6. So what is y going to be then? Because again, 0 plus 6 is 6. -2 times 3 is -6. So -2 times -3 is +6. All right, maybe you see the pattern. If not, let's just continue on. Again, -2y. So I'm really just taking the equation that's given to me, using the x that I've identified, and I'm trying to solve for y. So -2y is equal to, well, -3 times 2 is -6. Oh, look at this. -6 plus 6 is 0. So what does y have to be? Yeah, just be a simple 0, right? So my ordered pair, did you predict that? I think some of you did. So this is a repeat from our previous lesson again. We're just going to go ahead and plot our points and make our line. So to save a little bit of time, I would just practicing plotting points, and then you can connect it using your straight edge if you're using the worksheet, or that shape or line tool if you're using the Kami extension. All right, so zooming in, it says -2, -6. So from the origin, that's left 1, 2, and then -6 is down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next one is 0, -3. That's no left or right. So that's just down 1, 2, 3. Now remember, it has to line up, has to be a line. Otherwise, you did something wrong. The last one, remember, x is 2. So that's right, 1, 2. My y is 0, so that means there's no up or down. These are my 3 points. make it a line with arrows, equation, and hopefully you're noticing it is a positive slope because it's going uphill. And we'll talk more about the slope later on. All right, so connect it to make your line. All right, let's see. 3, 4, 7, 9. All right, so we're going to pick 2 of them. Let's see. 3's got some negatives. 4 has a little bit negatives. All right, so I'm going to pick 3 because there's additional negatives there. Oh, I just look at the coefficient of y again. So let's do -2, 0, 2. On number 4, what's the coefficient of y? Well, it's the number in front of y. So that would be -1, 0, 1. What about 7? Coefficient of y. Number in front of y. Now remember, you can pick any number that you want to help you out, but you might end up with some weird fractions or decimals. So if you follow my pattern on these standard form equations, look at the coefficient of y. It'll make it nice and neat. You'll find good patterns. All right, coefficient of y is 3. So I'm going to choose -3, 0, 3. All right. This one here. So remember, this is your x. So you're going to do 6 times x, which is -2. Subtract 2y is equal to -4. Well, 6 times -2 is -12. So we're really just solving a multi-step equation here. I'm going to add 12. So that gives me -2y is equal to -4 plus 12 is 8. So what is y going to be? So very similar to what we just did. -2 times 4 is -8. So this would have to be -4. -2 times -4 is 8. Or you can just divide -2 on both sides. So I've got my ordered pair of -2, -4. Remember, 0 is always the easiest one, and then you really kind of find a pattern for your last one. 6 times 0, subtract 2y is equal to -4. So I really get to drop that. So -2y is equal to -4. So looking at it, what do you think the y's got to be? -2 times 2, hey, that's -4. So it's just a 2. Or you can divide by -2 on both sides and get a 2. So my ordered pair is 0, 2. Okay, so this is a little bit bigger jump. So maybe you can predict. 6 times x, x is 2. 6 times 2 is 12. So if you notice, the work is very similar to what we did on the first one, and that's why we choose the good pattern strategy. But we're going to be really careful with our negatives. -4 and -12 gives me -16. So what does y have to be? Well, -2 times 8. Hey, -2 times 8 is -16. So y is 8. Ooh, did you predict that was the big jump? So in other words, it's increasing by 6, right? -4 plus 6 is 2. 2 plus 6 is 8. Excellent. All right, I'll help you plot the points, and then you get to make your line on your own. -2, -4. So from the origin again, it's left 2, then down 4. The next one is 0, 2. Remember, that's no left or right movement, so it's just up 1, 2. And then the last one is 2, 8. So that means it's going to be right 1, 2, and then up 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I do go off. All right, I'm going to try it again. So I went right 2. Let's see, up 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'm going to kind of estimate about the same distance for an additional box. So it goes off just a little bit. And that's okay because we've got our 3 points. So it's definitely going uphill. Make sure you connect it to make your line edge to edge with arrows and your equation. All right, let me help you on one more. So remember on this one, just substitute -1 for your x's, Ooh, we're going to do this one. I think this will be a good one. Number 7. All right, x is -4. So I'm going to say -2 multiplied by -4 plus 4y is equal to -8. Remember, I'm just taking the equation given to me right there. So -2 multiplied by -4 is 8 plus 4y is equal to -8. Being really careful with negatives. 4y is equal to -16. So what does y have to be? Well, 4 times 4 is 16, so it's got to be -4. So I put it over here, -4, -4. I really like graphing. Graphing is one of my favorite things in math, and some of you are like, well, why do you like math? Because math is awesome. Gives you an answer. If you do it correctly, it gives you the right answer. Actually did a bunch of my work in grad school about graphing, trying to come up with excellent strategies. One is repetition, right? It's kind of like any math. You just keep practicing over and over again, and you'll be good to go. All right, so -2 times 0 plus 4y. Oh, wait a minute. We remember -2 times 0 just disappears because it's 0. So 4y is equal to -8. So what is y? Well, 4 times 2 is 8. So it's got to be -2 because 4 times -2 is -8. All right, do you see the pattern? Maybe you do. All right, last one. Again, it's just the same type of work over and over again. -2 times x, x is 4. Again, this is why we pick our numbers like we do. It gives us nice numbers to work with. So -8 plus 4y. Oh, you might predict what's going to happen if I add 8. So that gives me 4y is equal to 0. So y is 0. Maybe you predicted that. Geniuses. Remember, it's always the x first, then your y. Really got to stress that. All right, plotting our points, and then you'll be good to go. So -4, -4, starting at the origin. That's left 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then down 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 0, -2. That's no left or right because the x is first, but it says 0. No left or right. Down 2. 1, 2. Some students would mistakenly move left 2. Can't do that, please. Always the x first. On the last one, x is 4, so that means right 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. No up or down because the y is 0. Excellent. Connect it, another uphill line. Sometimes the lines do go downhill, but that's okay. Let me see if my tools is working and I can actually complete that line for you. Because you don't want me to draw it by freehand. It's going to be all messy. One more try. Come on, tools. Ooh, it's thinking. All right, I'm going to write the equation as it's thinking. Remember, that is -2x plus 4y is equal to -8. Let's see, did it show up? It did. Let's see, will it let me switch to a line? Ah, it's being weird. Silly thing. Oh well. You should, again, just be able to connect it using the Cami tool, or you could use a straight edge like a gift card or a ruler and connect that. Just don't forget the arrows, please. All right, so be awesome. Remember, when it's the standard form equation, like on number 9, you're going to look at the coefficient of y, which again is the number in front of y. That's why I chose -3, 0, 3. Keep this pattern, and you should get a pattern for your y as well. All right, be awesome. Ask any questions in chat or office hours.